First, add the Docker images that contain the tools. Provide the name of the new Docker image and a description. A Docker file needs to be provided, and then the additional files to be added in the created image should be selected. Add also the image descriptor that mention what applications are available in the new image created and where are located in the Docker image. Provide also a logo for the new created Docker image descriptor. Once the Add New Container button is pressed, the framework starts creating and registering the Docker image in the system. After the operation is completed, the image will be available on the dashboard. Once the Docker image was added, you can start add the processing components descriptors that will define information about how the tools will be invoked. In the Configuration tab will be selected the Docker image and the application to be invoked. The template contents will define the template for the command line parameters. The template will contain the input and output files of the tool, the parameters that can be changed before execution. The Sources and Targets tab will allow later to define the connector ports of this tool by selecting the corresponding inputs and outputs. Once the Create button is pressed, the new processing component descriptor will be available to be used in creating the workflows. Press the plus button in the Workflows section to create a new workflow. After that, you can start drag and drop processing components on the dashboard and then interconnect them through their connection ports. You can now also change the default input parameters of the components. For a created workflow, you can edit the description. You can edit the workflow. You can create a new clone of this workflow. Or you can export the workflow in another format as JavaScript, CWL, or Bash. You can trigger a new workflow execution by pressing the button Start Execution. The new job can be monitored in the dashboard section. By expanding the job, the individual steps can be seen and their logs displayed. The user can also see the duration of each step execution and the global job execution duration. In the executions history, can be seen the already executed and finished jobs. The real-time messages can be seen in the notifications pop-up window, while the past events can be seen in the notifications history. The running job steps are automatically updated upon their completion. In the end, when the job execution ends, it will be automatically moved to the executions history. In the repositories section, the user can find the intermediate and final files of each step execution. Beside pipeline design and execution, the user can also change the existing configuration of the system, accessible in the admin area. Additional execution nodes can be added from the topology section. The users in the system can be added or removed from the users section. A how-to section is also available for the most used operations. A job can be also scheduled to be executed at a later moment of time or made periodic.